Yes, back now. We are back with the No BS lines. Yes, this is the best podcast that you ever gonna listen to, at least for the rest of the 2020. I know we out of this quarantine in Arizona. I know you guys are living it up. But right now, we got more serious topics and more serious issues to address. First, I want to give my condolences to everybody that was affected by the shooting out in Westgate. He wasn't in his right mindset, obviously. Whatever he was trying to accomplish, he failed in my eyes. We all saw the Snapchat video. Why he put it on Snapchat, I'll never know. I guess he really was trying to make a point that nobody could stop him. But at the same time, I'm glad that he didn't kill anybody. Granted, he did wound 5 people, and I hope all of them make a speedy recovery nevertheless. Okay, out of the seriousness, because that's not what it's about. You know, I'm a little charismatic. You know, we got to do it big. We got to do it live, and we got to feel all right. Can I get a what? Thank you very much. I'll add that in by myself. But right now, we got somebody special, somebody old, but somebody new to y'all. Go and put your hands together for the one and only Miss Facial Spies. The one and only Jackie. Go ahead and say hello to the people, Jackie.
Hey, guys.
Yes, I got to do a little interview with her. I got a little invitation to do it. You know, I came over Jackie. She gave me a nice facial cleansing. And how I came about it was my girlfriend gave me an option for my birthday, really. She said I could either redeem this facial or I can just take the money she was going to use on the facial. And I was like, you know what? My face isn't acting right, so I might as well get the facial. I had to reschedule about 2 or 3 times. It didn't go as planned, but you know, no plan goes as planned because of this quarantine and COVID-19. So everybody was kind of in their wrong mindset. So we had to push it back. I got it done about a week now ago. And I'll tell you, my face is smoother than a new baby's bottom. I'll tell you right now, I went from 16 bumps to 2 bumps. Oh, whew, boy, but I'll tell you, that cleanser she had me using dried my face out. I had oily skin all over, but boy, I'm looking fresh and clean and sophisticated. I'm trying to tell you. Now, before we start this interview, I want you to go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself. Go ahead and express yourself. You know, up yourself up. You can curse on here. Nobody cares.
Okay. So, Jacqueline Frias. I'm a licensed esthetician, and I've been doing this for about 6 years, pretty much right after high school. I decided to go into aesthetics, and now I'm a business owner. I'm very proud of where I am today. It's definitely been a journey. A lot of, things came on my way, and I'm very proud where I am today.
Keep going. I know you got a little bit more to say to the people. Go ahead, up yourself.
Okay. So I love teaching girls, guys, the importance of taking care of your skin, about sun damage, wrinkles, how to prevent all that, acne. But the difference between me and going to a different spa location, I am home-based. My plan is to open up a spa one day. But at the moment, I love where I am, very comfortable. So once my clients come in, I like to become their friends, and teach them about their skincare routine, how to do it correctly, and teach them the importance of using sunscreen, using serums, and even taking care of your body as well.
And before you started all this, did you care about your skin at all? At our age, from 15 all the way to 24, my age, did you really think about how you presented yourself? Because that's one of the first things people notice is your face.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the first impression right off the bat.
So pretty much when I started taking care of my skin is when I started using makeup. Right about 15 years old, and I noticed I would, break out because I wouldn't cleanse my skin correctly. And then after high school, I was like 18, and I went to aesthetics around 18. So that's when I really started, going to school, and that's where they teach you, the importance of wearing your sunscreen and all that good stuff.
And during that time, did you really absorb everything they were trying to say, or was it like, yeah, I already know this, I'm just trying to get into like the money grabbing I'm going to go ahead and do it my way, but you're teaching me a little bit, so I'll take a little bit, but I'm mostly going to do what I already know.
Well, I was actually the youngest one in my class. Mind you, this was about 6 years ago. So I feel skincare grew a lot since then. I was the youngest one there. And yes, I always took it seriously because I always took an interest in me. I don't know why. Just seeing people's skin change and them telling me that they're happy and they feel a little more confident, that made me happy. And it was never about the money. Never.
And when you said made your people feel happy, saying that you wanted to make people feel confident in their own skin, did you feel confident in your own when you would tell them?
Yeah, of course.
You sure?
Yeah.
You know, people, different kind of confidence.
Am I wearing makeup right now?
No.
I feel confident.
Yeah, but I know. See, I pay attention. So a lot of men don't know. They be like, "Oh, you got a little something." No, they don't. No, they don't. You got. I like them all natural. Thank you. I'm like, I want to see you at your ugliest. I'm like, I don't want no makeup. I don't care if you come out with a bun. I'm like, no. I want to see the horrid part before I see the beautiful part. I'm like, When I had my first date with my girlfriend, I told her to wear no makeup. When I came from Chicago, I'm like, I don't want to see no makeup. I don't want to see nothing. I don't know eyeliner, no mascara, no foundation, no highlighter, nothing. Obviously, she didn't listen to me, but, it was still... Actually, matter of fact, that's a lie. Because when I got here, she just got out of nursing school, and she drove straight to my cousin's house where I was staying for a little bit on vacation. And I was like, oh, did she put on makeup in the car? No, she didn't. I literally saw her in scrubs. Because you're not allowed to wear makeup or have nails on or anything. So I saw her already at her most prime time that you're going to see them most of the time anyway. So I was like, okay, all right, you still cute or whatever. It's cool. You still cute. How did you start your career in wanting to do this? Why didn't you want to be a makeup artist, or you wanted to do hair and open a salon that way, or you didn't want to get into more of the surgical facial construction? Like, what made you want to become what you are today?
It all started with my love of makeup, honestly.
Makeup artist.
Yep, makeup. And that was my initial thing that I wanted to do, was to focus more on makeup. But once I went to school and I started to learn a little bit more about skin and a little bit more about facials, we also did waxing. I like waxing, but facials is what stands out to me. I think once you go to school and once you experiment with other things that you can do, I think everybody kind of finds what they like to do the most, and facials was just mine.
A lot of people don't know that's what college is. You're figuring it out. You got 2 years to figure out what you want to do, honestly. Because the first 2 years, you're just taking gen eds. If you're at a 4-year college, you're not really focusing on one in particular thing unless you're learning a trade, which is very important. A lot of people need to go into trade school rather than spending, and now you build up student loans at a regular 4-year college. I know a lot of my friends, engineers, electricians. I know one welder. I'm like, man, you ain't never gonna lose a job, are you? Because you're always gonna be needed. I'll tell you that right now. Who was your guinea pig, though?
So I had 2 guinea pigs. That was my boyfriend and his brother. His brother was a little worse. He had a little bit more of a severe acne. Did
they want to be your guinea pigs, or did you choose them?
Well, my boyfriend had no choice, and then he saw how good his face looked, and then his brother's like, okay, like I'll let you experiment on me.
Does it still happen right now?
No, actually, his brother, because I was messing with his face and like kind of experiment. Right now, he has no scarring. Compared to what he had and his skin went through, he has no scarring.
Oh, she's trying to think she got the magic touch. I'm trying to tell you, I've got the magic in me. She thought she did. Man, how bad was it though? Was it like connect the dots bad? Was it kind of like road rash bad?
It was pretty much a grade 3 acne. I'll go ahead and show you.
I know I've seen people in high school that are like, oh, buddy, come on.
And it was a little worse than this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and steal that from you. I gotta let the people show it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and steal that. You're gonna know what grade 3 acne is today. Right now, where would you say you are in your career? And what's your next goal?
So right now in my career, I definitely do think that at this moment with COVID-19, that definitely changed a lot of things, you know. Right before everything went down, I was actually looking into an office and looking into maybe a studio or something, you know. And then all this happened and it kind of backtracked a lot of things. So at this point with COVID, my main focus is just to stay healthy and stay sanitized and all that good stuff, you know, keep my business going and keep everybody healthy pretty much.
Is this your personal business or do you work out of another company?
No, this is my
that you started.
Yep.
This is your baby.
This is my LLC, Healthyglowbyjackie.
Oh, okay. How long did it take you to make up that name?
That's a whole story.
Well, we got time for this podcast. We got plenty of stories.
Basically, after I was done with aesthetics, I worked for a couple people. In my first job, I hated it.
What was your first job?
I was at a medical spa. They did Botox. I was just mainly in charge of makeup and facials and stuff like that. I hated it with all my life. Like
were the people that bad? Like Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, they just took your money, you know, and they just gave you whatever, and not even half. And your main focus and goal was to sell the products. And not everybody's there to, you know, buy your products, and you don't want to sound like, oh, you need to buy this, you know, you have to buy this. I didn't want to be that one.
Yeah.
And it was really annoying. So after that, I left that place, and then I tried another place. I was like, maybe it's just that location, you know. And I tried another place, and this time it was the girls. You know, it was like a competition.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely, you know, girls are girls. And everybody was catty. The first day I got there, everybody was talking smack about each other, even got me into their drama, and I've only been there a day.
Well, you know, you got to catch up. That's the thing. You knew blood. You got to catch up with everybody. You know, Patty told Sammy this and Sammy told Claudia that. You got to know. You got to know who you can go to, where the wiring coming through.
Yeah, definitely. That was horrible. And I only lasted there like 3 days, and I couldn't take that drama anymore.
That's not even a full check. You got to at least wait a week.
No, I couldn't. See, with me, I don't like drama. Like, I'm just there to make my money, and that's it, and go home.
I can't complain on that. That's respectable. I'm like, I just want to make my money. Leave me alone. I'm going to do what I do.
It was tiring. You know, everybody just talking, and my head was hurting, and just leave me alone. So after that, I decided to go into retail and started doing it from my house. And I was like, okay, like, you know, this will do for now. So I started, you know, I didn't have much things. I had very minimal.
And how did you network with your minimal? Because it doesn't sound like you knew a lot of people where you could just be like, oh yeah, you gonna check me out.
No. And mind you, I was only about like 2 years out of aesthetics, and I had clientele, but I didn't have clientele. I didn't have a lot of clientele. My main thing that really helped me out was Instagram, social media, social marketing. I can't say that enough, but marketing does help, and social media, and also, you know, word of mouth. You know, you get your clients that like how you treat them. You know, I teach them. That goes in with the teaching. You know, this esthetician actually taught me how to cleanse my skin after the facial.
You did.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. She did.
Yeah, and they liked that about me. That was something that was different compared to other estheticians, and they brought me more clients, and that's how my page and my Instagram kept growing and my clientele.
And how many followers do you have on Instagram now?
I have almost 10K.
Oh. 10K.
Which is not a lot.
It's a lot. But you take every win you can. It is a lot. 10K. Look, you got to take small victories before you can get a big one.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody, I'm like, when I do these podcasts, it's like, okay, let me be realistic. What I would like 100,000 people to just right off the bat, boom, listen to my podcast. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love 100K just right off the bat. But you gotta think logical.
Yeah.
Like I could post on Facebook, Instagram. I just opened an Instagram 2 weeks ago. That tells you I didn't really want to open any type of Instagram. Like that's the one Instagram I have. I don't have a personal one. I only have it for this business. Just point blank period. I thought Instagram was stupid, honestly. I was like, it's just for people that don't want to read. So you're just looking at a picture or a video.
Yep,
so
wrong about that one.
That's all I thought it was for. It took me forever to get a Snapchat. It took me 5 years after Snapchat came out to get a Snapchat, and it came out during high school. Like every high school had Snapchat. I was just like, nope, not gonna happen with me. But realistically, I get 1,000 followers, I'd be jumping for joy. With your 10,000, I'll be like, I know I could get another 20. Flip that 20 to a 40. Yeah. That 40 to 80, as soon as you know it, you got 120K, and you're just like, man, I for real need an office and hire some people to help me out. You know, you'll get there in about 6 months. But you know, you gotta speak it into the world. Speak confidence into the world. That's what it's all about. You gotta believe in yourself.
Oh, I do believe in myself, but I put in so much work, and you know, slowly I do see my page growing, and I do have confidence, but it is going to take time and effort.
It does.
Now the mainly thing that before I had more free time, you know, to market and you know keep up with my DMs. Now I'm working and I don't have enough time to market and answer people's DMs.
You ever thought of hiring like a little intern?
Yeah, I actually did hire an assistant for a while. I'm very picky, and who wouldn't?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
you gotta be picky.
Who wouldn't be picky about somebody taking care of your personal accounts and stuff?
And it's the first person you ever had to hire, really. It's like, this is my baby. I gotta trust you.
I need help with, you know, my inventory, my website, you know, things that I do not have time while I'm working. I would love to find somebody to help me. Family don't work.
It don't. Sometimes you just gotta give up on family. It's like, I love y'all, but I can't do it. Nah.
And I also don't want it to be a client.
Why wouldn't you want it to be a client?
Because the last person I hired was a client. And that didn't go well, and now she's not a client because, you know, that didn't work out.
Did she personally, like what? She didn't
No,
work?
She was just having personal issues at home, and I totally respect that too, but I didn't want that to somewhat ruin our relationship, you know, as her esthetician and her as my client. But in a way, I feel like it did. Mm-hmm. And that sucked, you know, because she was a friend. Because all my clients are more than friends. I mean, all my clients are more than clients, they're my friends. That's what I meant, sorry.
Like, you have male clients, so I'm like, all right, your fiance in the other room, but watch your word.
Sorry.
How did you balance, you know, with your boyfriend, family, working? Because I know it can be hard where you I got a schedule booked from Monday to Wednesday. I have a little more free time on Thursday, so maybe something can happen, but I'm booked Friday, and Saturday is kind of staggered, so it's like I only got an hour before another client, 30 minutes before another client comes in, so it's like I gotta make time, and I'm aware of this time I have to make because I know I'm not spending as much time with you as you want me to, as I want to. But at the same time, I'm trying to grow so that at the end of the day, we can be together longer because I'll have help in the future and I won't be as pressured and, you know, booked by myself and feel overwhelmed.
You know what? Even until now, I kind of don't have a balance. I'm still trying to figure my balance. And Sundays are always my day off and that time for the family. But even Sundays, sometimes I feel bad because a client, you know, a regular wants to come in, but I'm all booked up and I don't want to be mean. You know, okay, like, you know, I'll see you on a Sunday. Just to show them my appreciation of always supporting me. And they're my regulars. So, yeah, it's still hard to balance that, honestly.
I will see that because at the same time, you don't want to lose a client because you said, no, I can't. Sunday's my day off. So I'm not going to see you. Whenever I'm open, you'll know when I'm open because you're my regular. And at the same time, it's like I know I got to spend time with my family. so our relationship doesn't like drift apart and now we're becoming distant even though we're in the same house. That just makes it 10 times more awkward around the house because I'm always running around trying to make my clients happy, but I also need to try to make my family happy at the same time.
It's really hard, honestly.
And you haven't tried to like...
Well, with this quarantine, you know, it gave me a lot of time to be with them.
So I was like, you know, right now I could, you know, push things back with the family a little bit. I'm tired of looking at them anyway.
Yeah, and you know what? Social media takes a lot of that time away from you too. Mm-hmm. Because even if I'm not currently working or in my little office, I'm still working on my phone. And I'm like glued to my phone, you know, trying to... with social media, you have to be new, fresh, and always have to come up with something new to attract people to come visit your page. So I'm always thinking of new ideas and new things. The cool thing is sometimes I do try to involve my siblings or like my fiance or my mom. Like I'll be like, can I practice this on you, or can I do this video on you? And they'll be like, yeah, you know. So I do try to spend time with them in that way and also be involved. But yeah, it's definitely hard.
And on the sidetrack, where in all this did he ask you to marry him?
So we actually been together for almost 10 years now in October. So pretty much, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 26 this year.
That's 16. That means in high school.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. All right, keep going.
But you know what? He basically watched me grow, and I'm very happy that he's always been by my side. And he actually bought me my first bed, like my first facial bed, and he bought me a lot of things that I couldn't afford at the moment. He bought them for me, and he's like, you know what? He's the only one that believed in me. My mom didn't. They're like, you're crazy. Why don't you just go work for somebody? He was the only one that was there and just telling me to do it.
Oh, you can't let that go.
Yep.
That's what I tell my girlfriend. She didn't like her old job. I was like, look, this ain't even what you want to do. I'll let you know right now. You got me, I got you. I'm like, when we fall, I got to pick you up. When I fall, you pick me up. As long as we got that deal, I'll help you out with whatever you want. I convinced her to leave her job. Literally, she had no other job. I was like, you don't like it. I'm not going to have you come home stressed out, mad. You working a double. So you working 16 hours. Like, she works doubles 3 times in a row. I was like, you're too tired. You're doing this for underpay. You need a better job that's actually what you want to do, because I don't want you stressed. I don't want to be stressed over you being stressed. Yeah. And I'm like, I refuse. If I refuse to stay at a job that I'm not in love with or I'm trying to excel in, I'm not going to stay there, because I don't want to bring it back home, be mad at you for absolutely no reason. All you said was hi. How was that? What? But I told her that. She quit her job, found a better job, and now she wants to be, I don't know the exact name for it, but she wants to be the nurse that talks to the patients pre and post-op of surgery, that helps them with their medication and how it's going to affect their bodies. At first, she wanted to be a nurse anesthesiast and be in surgery and just put the patient to sleep. But she's kind of fluctuated because she's been a pharmacy tech for a while, so she wants to go into the outside and make a more personal connection with people and let them know like the side effects and everything, so they don't feel like they just playing the guessing game with a brochure. So she has a lot of compassion.
That's good.
And I always tell her, she always asks me, it was like, she'll ask me, do you love me? I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm like, I guess I'll keep you around a little bit long. You know, my mama likes you. So you're headed in the right direction. And my sister still wants you to make those famous enchiladas you always make. You know, she sees them when I FaceTime her. She like, oh yeah, baby, you're going to have to make me that. Her and her daughter, you know, just bless her heart. One time, she's all she's asking. What's one of the biggest sacrifices you've ever had to make?
I think it definitely had to be my time. That would be one of my biggest sacrifices.
Well, what else would you have to do?
And when I first started, and I had to go into retail, you know, a lot of people, you know, like I was making minimal, you know, I wasn't making too much. and the money I would have extra, I would put it invest into my business. And sometimes I wouldn't have enough money to go out. Thank God my boyfriend was there to like take me out and stuff. But
it saves you a little bit.
Yeah, it does. But I guess that was definitely a sacrifice where I had to give, like, I couldn't buy things that I wanted, like a new phone or just certain things, because I wanted to invest in my business.
The sacrifices you make.
Yeah.
It's important if you want to excel. It's really, did your stuff work?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't need to upgrade. You see, you don't need that. You didn't need the upgrade of the phone. It's like you wanted to, but in reality, you really didn't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I would just have to balance what I really needed and what I didn't, and just put whatever I could into my business.
And what advice would you give for any young person? I mean, we're both young, so it's like younger than us. Coming straight out of high school, let's say 2020 graduation class right now, what would you say to them?
If they wanted to become an esthetician?
Yeah.
I would say just to, if you feel it in your heart, to just go for it, because I did, and everybody told me, no, you're crazy, you can't do it, it's not for you, one should be a lawyer, one should be a doctor, something like that. But I felt it in me, and I felt the passion that I had for it, and I didn't listen to anybody, and I just kept going and kept doing what I felt was right in my heart.
Was it hard for you to say, like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do? And it was hard not to listen to your mom or dad because they've been there the whole time. So it's kind of like,
they're looking at me like,
when is it going to blow up? When don't I have to work?
Yeah, definitely. So I would just tell them to keep, if they feel it in their heart that they're making the right choice and this is what they want to do, just to keep doing it no matter who tells you that you can't do it.
And do you need somebody in your corner to help you, or can you do it by yourself?
Sometimes I feel like you do, even though in reality nobody needs anybody in their corner.
You never need anybody, but you want.
Yeah, you want somebody to believe in you.
Yeah. I mean, you can only encourage yourself ever so much, but you do want that outside presence to be like, no, man, your stuff is great. Like, keep going. I'm here if you need it. Like, it just gives you that added motivation to be like, all right, it didn't work this week, but we'll try again next week. Hopefully something better. You just got to keep the positive attitude. No matter how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up and be like, okay, let me try it this way, since this way didn't work. A lot of people don't know. It's like when you were a baby, you got to crawl before you walk. You just can't get up one day and start running. I'm like, there's phases to it. And sometimes you may have to go backwards a little bit so you can be sprinting on forwards.
Definitely.
And for the young ladies that are trying to be great out there, what's one, what would you say is one thing that you've experienced in your life that you feel you can share that made you grow as a person?
And in my career-wise?
Career-wise and life-wise. More life-wise than career-wise.
Okay. I guess as when I was younger, my parents couldn't afford to give me a lot of things. And I feel like that's one motivation that always kept me going, to pursue something or to make something out of myself, to give my parents what they couldn't give me, or besides the point, I always had a roof over my head, I always had food. I'm very blessed, but I always saw them struggle. Even though they wouldn't say anything, I saw it. And I want to take care of them, put them out of work and take care of them so they don't have to worry anymore.
You feel like you're going towards that goal
Yeah,
now?
I am.
And what would you say the biggest fear for you is?
My biggest fear is, at the moment, I don't have a fear. I guess COVID-19.
That's barely a fear. Oh, man, as many people as you see, you could have got it and already defeated it, but now, shoot, that's barely a fear right there.
No, but I do think that if any of my clients got infected, or even myself, I feel like that would definitely make my my business in a way, you know what I mean, like that would affect my business in a way.
It would. But at the same time, it's like
I would definitely overcome it, and get through it. But I definitely feel like people would think that I'm not clean, or definitely anybody can get it. You don't
literally,
have
you could be the cleanest person in the world and still get it. Doesn't matter.
But there's people out there that can be like, "Oh my God, did you hear?" or anything like that.
Yeah, because people love drama and they blow it out of proportion a little bit too much sometimes.
So I guess that's just my fear right now, but I know everything will be okay.
Indeed.
I'm always taking care of myself and I'm taking precautions.
Did you have any doubts during your career?
Of course. I think everybody pretty much does. At the moment, especially when my parents would be like, "What are you doing? You're crazy. Why don't you just go work for somebody?" In the back of my head, I had that little doubt,
That little voice saying, maybe this is a bad idea.
Yeah, like maybe this is not going to work out.
But you got to have that louder voice that says, just do it.
What's that passion? Yeah. My little heart telling me to go for it.
It's like, worst thing, you fall. But what was your backup plan if this didn't work out?
I guess my backup plan would be, I honestly don't know.
You never had a plan B?
No, because I just was so focused on my passion was always bigger than this, I guess right now, if anything, I do want to be an educator, so I think I would definitely go towards education and like teacher and stuff like that. That would be my backup plan.
Okay. Have you ever worked towards that?
No,
your backup plan?
I actually have.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting it and just having it on the back furnace. Like, this is what I'm focusing on right now at 500 degrees. But over there at 135,
yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and keep that a little warm just in case. Because you can still do both. I mean, both is never out of the question. But you still need that help before you start to.
Yeah, I don't have time to do that.
So I get it. It's all good. And I'm going to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Were you nervous your first client?
I don't even remember my first client.
Wow, you hear that? I hope your first client's listening to this too. She don't even remember you. He, she, hey, you need to hit her up on Instagram because of that. Be like, that was your first client. You don't remember when I came to the school and whatnot? Like, come on, man.
Well, when you're in school, you practice on each other.
Oh.
So you do facials on each other. So I guess one of my
that
friends.
Counts.
Okay, so one of my friends, her name was Ariel. She was my first client.
Like the mermaid?
Yep.
She ain't look like her though. I know she ain't look like her. Did you mess up?
No.
Oh, you think you did a good job? Okay. It's about that confidence. It's about that confidence. What was it? Was it just the movements, interactions? Was it you using an actual product and you had to explain what you were doing? Well, what exactly were you doing with Ariel?
So
I don't know how the school works, so you gotta.
So we mainly talked.
Okay.
We mainly. That's what I'm telling you. Like once you, a lot of esthetician students would understand me. When you're in school, you literally just when you're first starting off, you just play around. Mess with things. Kind of you're both learning, so you both know. We give each other advice, and then mainly we laugh and talk. Mm. But once we started taking in clients from from school and people that came to the school to get our services done, we definitely took it a lot more serious. And I was scared.
Why?
Because you don't know if they're gonna get an allergic reaction, or you just want to please them.
Yeah.
A facial. I feel like a facial is for somebody to come in and take that time to forget about their worries, to forget about what they're going through, or just to take their time to pamper themselves and feel good about themselves.
Look good, feel good, good, play good.
That's sometimes and everybody is different. Everybody. Yeah. Some people don't like to be touched.
How you gonna go to a facial and don't like to be touched? I would slap the person just like that. I'm like, why are you here? I don't like to be touched on my face. But you came to get a facial. Huh. Yeah, okay. I see common sense was nowhere near your mind. It's fine. It's okay.
But everybody has their own, how they like things to be done. And at first it was really hard to guess how they liked things to be done, or if I'm talking too much, or if I'm massaging too much, or if I'm not talking enough.
you gotta feel the person out. You like, do they like to talk?
Yeah,
they're giving me one word answers. No, I'll just.
Now I'm pretty much good at that. Trying to, I guess what they want, and pretty much I'm pretty good at that now, and I'm glad that I am, because that was definitely a challenge back then, trying to figure out what they want.
Oh, you're in the front lines, because I know people that do hair, barbershop workers. I know people that gotta get massages, do nails and pedicures. I'm like, how do they feel? Like, a different person every day is coming into that shop. You may have some regulars, but how do you gain that trust? Like, right off, like, I know it takes time, but like, if it's a new person and you're new to them, they're new to you, and this is their first time doing it, how do you establish that trust? Like, I believe what you're doing is right, or I heard that you're good, but I don't know.
Really good.
Yeah, I'm like, sure, we could have a different experience. So it's always different with everybody. And how did you kind of?
By sharing my knowledge, what I know. I like to share my knowledge with my clients and educate them. So as soon as you walked in, and you've been with me, I greet you, I sit you down, and I ask you proper questions that a lot of places you go to, they don't ask. Like, are you pregnant? Are you nursing? Are you allergic to anything? Do you have any health conditions? Just a bunch of questions. It make you feel comfortable that I'm asking all the right questions.
What made you want to start asking those questions?
I don't know. I always felt like I needed a consultation before I started a service to understand what you wanted, what you wanted to achieve from this, whether it be you relaxing, or it be like, like my main concern is my hyperpigmentation, or my congested skin, or this and that. Do you remember me asking you, what are some of your skin concerns that you have at the moment?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's one question that I love to ask, because that lets me know what they want me to focus on.
I'll tell you do a great job about that. And you said other places usually don't do consultations at all?
They'll give you like a little thing for you to fill out, more like a waiver for, just in case you get an allergic reaction or whatever. But per se that they sit down with you and they ask you these questions, no, it's more like, lay on the bed, I'm going to do this to you. You want this, buy this, okay, bye.
Yeah, because I remember I had a facial I actually scheduled for my girlfriend's birthday last year, ironically, and she just took from my book. And I had to take it because she couldn't find time to work with the person because she was working too much. So I was like, I guess I'll take it. I mean, just got to switch the name. I mean, it's not the big deal. So I went in there, and I was the only one in there. Like, it was a big spa. I was literally the only. This is before COVID. This is last year in September. So this is way before everything shut down. It was like a ghost town in there. And I was like, well, she got a 4.6 rating. So I'm like, I'm waiting for a greeting or something. Like, ain't nobody going to come around. She yells from the room saying, hello, go ahead and sit down, grab a pen and that clipboard over there and fill out the form. I was like, okay. So did that. At the time, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but that's what she told me. And then it's like 15 minutes later. Don't know what she was doing before that, but 15 minutes later, she was like, okay, you could come on in. So I came in, she greeted me, but she told me to lay down, get relaxed. I think she like glanced at it because I think they're really looking for like allergic reactions. Yeah. And obviously I'm not a female, so I'm not going to be pregnant or nursing. So it's kind of just looking at the reactions like, okay, he's good. And that's it. And she was like, what are you in here for today? I was like, at that time, I think I just said to feel good. And she was like, oh, I noticed you had blackheads on my nose. So I was like, yeah, if you could get rid of them, that'd be fine. So she was like, oh, okay. So we get through the whole facial. It was about 25 minutes. And I realized that she didn't even go anywhere near my nose. And I was like, I didn't want to be rude because I'm not a person to just call you out on it is just like, okay, whatever. So she was like, in order to get rid of those blackheads, you got to do this, that, and the third, and you could schedule me again if you want to for another facial. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, I was relaxed because it was a facial, so I was just like, okay, whatever. But at the same time, I was like, you could have done so much better of explaining what you were doing next, because she didn't tell me what she was doing next. She kind of just kept placing the towel on me, put the light on me, saw my face.
Did you learn how to do a proper skincare routine?
No, she just gave me the advice of she asked me what products I was using, and she noticed that my face was like oily, but she never like told me what to do or what to use. She didn't suggest anything. It was kind of more like, well, just wash your face twice a day. I recommend you get this or that. She didn't have any of the products, but she was like, get this or that off of here and exfoliate twice a week. And I was like, okay. Not gonna remember any of that, but okay. And then write it down, nothing. She was like, okay, bye. Didn't walk me out, nothing. Just said, okay, bye. I was like, all right.
Did she tell you to use sunscreen?
No.
Nope.
She did not tell me to use sunscreen. I haven't used sunscreen really, and I think I was in elementary school, because I never liked the smell of sunscreen.
Well, now they have a lot of different kinds of sunscreens that don't smell so much like sunscreen. So 80% of the reason why we get premature aging and hyperpigmentation is because of the sun. And I feel like as an esthetician, and all of them should tell you to wear sunscreen. That's really important.
Just on my face?
Everywhere.
Wow.
Because especially when you're driving, you have your hands like this on the steering wheel. Where does the sun hit you?
On my leg usually.
No, it's here and on your chest. And that's where usually women age, and you can tell a woman's age by, they have wrinkledy chest, or even like little age spots on their hands, and that definitely gives your age away.
I'll tell you this, if I showed you a picture of my mother now, you wouldn't know her age. She doesn't even use sunscreen. That woman is 67 years old. She looks like she is 47.
Nice.
Yeah. So my dad was lucky to get her. He still didn't know how he got her. And I was like, how'd you get this woman, man? And he was like, I just played the game. All in all, if you had to describe your business, how would you describe it?
I would describe my business as welcoming. You get to learn and in a great experience. And even on my Instagram, I'm always posting information. So very informative. And I don't know what else.
Almost really, all you can do is inform the people.
It won't weigh though. Can you edit this out? Okay, let's try.
Of course I can. I'm gonna edit a lot out. Probably been talking. How long have we been talking? Shoot, man.
Okay, so let's
45 minutes.
I don't know. Okay, ask me again.
How would you describe your business all in all?
I would describe my business as I don't know. How would you describe my business?
I would describe your business as more professional than the average spa you would go to.
Okay.
That has a lot of people there, that has no time to make it personal and get to know you, that's just trying to get a quick buck, sell your product, and make you leave. Working where you're working now, and even as you grow and get your own salon, I feel like you have the humbleness and you're grateful for everything that you've gotten. So your business is more of a homebody feel with the professional setting of your comfort is how I would do it.
There you go. You couldn't have explained it better than me.
I mean, I'm just good with words. That's how I felt.
I couldn't find the right words.
Well, I put it in for you. There you go. Well, I know you got a busy afternoon. Not really, probably. But I know I've taken up about 46 3/4 and 8 cents of your time today. And just as a friendly reminder, let the people know what your Instagram handle is and the name of your business.
So my name of my business is Healthyglowbyjackie, and that's also my Instagram.
And how would they get in contact with you?
So on there is really easy to navigate. On there it's going to show you all the facials that I do with some little pictures, and also I have a website, so it's also www.healthyglowbyjackie.com. On there you'll have all the products that you can also shop on there, and you can also book from there, and you can also see all my services and prices.
And that'll be great, because I tell you, this lady right here, this friend of mine, does it right the first time. And you're going to keep coming back again and again. Because I'll tell you, professionalism is hard to find, whether you realize it or not. And she brings professionalism and friendship at the table. And you have a great dinner. This has been No Beelines on the track. Lil Snoopy 1-2. I had to talk. I had to say what was on my mind. And always remember, love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see y'all next week.